Howdy guys, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be looking at the rockin' solo from Are You Dead Yet by Children of Bodom. Let's take a look. Alright guys, before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is drop C, which goes C, G, C, F, A, D. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. I'm going to start off with a unison bend, playing 12 of the first and 15 of the second. I'm going to bend that up and down and then up again. All in one pick, obviously. I'm going to use a similar idea, playing 15 of the first and bending 18 of the second. Then I bring that all back a fret to 14 and 17. And those were just going straight up. So all together, and I go to 17 of the first string, and then 20 of the second, that kind of double bend idea, and then I want to do two bends from 20 of the first and 23 of the second. So all together, then I work into this phrase. So I'm starting from 19 of the first string. I'm kind of working with a 50 power chord idea. I'm going to play 19 of the first and 17 of the second twice. And then from that point, I do a slide from 19 to 17 on the first string, but it's going to have that slight pinch harmonic idea. I'm kind of just on the end of my first pickup for that. It's a bit of a bitch to squeal that first string, but with enough saturation of distortion, that should be fine. So this is what we're going to do. At the end of that, I'm going to slide from 15 to 17 on the second string, and then back to 19 of the first. So it'll go all together. At the end of that, exactly the same thing twice. I'm playing 22 of the first string and 20 of the second string. But I hit that 20 of the second string twice, and then go back to the 22 on the first. So it'll go. I'm going to do the exact same idea back a fret from 21 of the first string, 2 19s on the second, then back to the 21 again, sort of go. Let's go from the start of this slidey 50 phrase, and then we'll add the last shred run to it. Okay, and after that I work into this shred run. Let's slow that down. I'm going to start from 20 of the first string, and then I'm going to play 17, 19, 20, 19, 17. So we've got a 20 at the start, and then I just do a rolling group of 5 from 17. Okay, when I get to the second string, I'm going to play 20, 18, 17. I'm going to roll backwards, forwards, and then backwards again. I'm going to pick every note, and we should have 7 notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 20, 18, 17, 18, 20, 18, 17. So this is what we should have thus far. At the end of that, play 19, 17, 16 on the third string. And then I'm going to play 17, 16 again on the third. Then I'm going to jump up a string. And I'm going to roll backwards and forwards here. I'm going to play 19, 17, 15, 17, 19 on the fourth. So it'll go. From that point, I'm just going to ascend straight up the scale. I'm going to play 16, 17, 19 on the third. 17, 18, 20 on the second. And then 17, 19 on the first. So this is what we should have of that whole shred run. And that's all of the first section. So let's try it again from the start of the gentleman's pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. guys, let's have a look at the second and final section. I'm going to do a bend from 17 of the first string. Then I do it again, but I want to catch the second string on the way up. At the end of that, I work into this phrase. So what I've got here is 15 of the first string, 17 of the second. But when I hit that 17, I'm going to do a cheeky dive. At the end of that, I've got a tone and a half bend from 19. And that was on the first string. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far a little bit slower. Okay, after that we work into some pretty simple 3-string arpeggios. So what I might do when I'm explaining this is explain kind of the shapes as what we would have in standard tuning. So initially I'm going to start off with something that would look like an F major arpeggio. I'm going to pull off 17 to 13 on the first string, then play 13 of the second and 14 of the third. Okay, then from that point, I'm sliding into a different inversion of F major. So I'd be pulling off 20, 17, then I play 18 of the second and 17 of the third. So all together. Okay, then I do a very similar idea to a shape that would be in standard tuning D minor. I'm going to pull off 10 to 13 of the first. I'm just rolling up that flat finger, 10 of the second and 10 of the third. After that, I slide from 13 to 17 with a bit of a grace note feel. I'm pulling that off back to 13 again, and then playing 15 of the second and 14 of the third. So it's all pretty simple triad arpeggios. All together, pretty fun. After that, I just work into this cheeky double stop bluesy phrase. So what I've got here is a double stop playing 14 of the second and the third string. I'm bending that up and back and pulling off to 12. And I'm going to do 2 quick muted notes playing 14 to 12 on the fourth string. And I'm going to do that whole phrase twice. After that, I'm going to do a pull off from 14 to 12 on the third string and then slide back to 10. So all together, hopefully that's all making sense. Let's have a look at what we've got from the start now. To finish it off, what I've got here is a triplet playing 14, 12, 14 on the third string, but I'm going to add a little bit of whammy to the start of this, and it works into a couple of triplets, and they're all going to start with that little whammy dive. You do need a bit of distortion and speed to make this work, so what I'll do is I'll show it to you slowly without whammy. We'll work on the shapes, and then we can add the whammy back later. So I'm going 14, 12, 14 for my first. Then I move up to 17, 14, 17 on the third. Then from 19, 17, 19. Then 21, 19, back to 21. So we'll have, with the momentum from those slides, we can get a cheeky whammy there. And I've got a whammy dive from 20 of the second string. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's try the whole section relatively slowly from the start, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Are You Dead Yet by Children of Bodom. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please check the links in the description box to my Facebook and my Patreon. See you guys all real soon.